My generation, Gen Z, is going down a destructive path. We want instant dopamine, convenience, and always want fun. Of course, there are good things like being able to express creativity, be creative, and have instant access to information. However, I feel that there's more bad things than good things. If you want to be better than Gen Z, morally and in life, here's how to do it. The first thing you have to do is stop being on social media. I get it, it's hard to quit social media. Everybody's on it for 24/7. You be on social media on the first hour of the day and the last hour of your night. And this is taking up so much of your time. Everybody's on their phone all the time while they're walking, while they're lifting, while they're even doing homework. And this makes you feel like this is normal. And I get it, social media updates you on what your friends are doing with the news, like what's going on, current events. I get it. I get you get this information readily in your hands. But I've noticed that everybody around me have been glued to their phones. And I get it, I've been there. It feels good to look at new information, news, and things that can help you. But if it interrupts your normal living life, like going to the gym and even studying and sleeping, then that is a problem. For example, when I went to my school gym, I lifted, and when I took my little rest, I can see other people on their phone. And within 2 minutes, I have to go again. But they're still on their phone. So why are they still on their phone between their sets when it's taken up at least 5 to 10 minutes of their rest time? This is a problem. People are on their phones even during their breaks, and it's just taking so much of their time, and they don't notice because time flies so fast when you're on social media. And it seems like they're just glued to it. They're either getting more notifications, they want to catch up with more friends or see more content. I get it. It's just the dopamine, and they're just addicted that it just takes away their time being in the present moment, having an actual effective workout, and doing the things they need to do in that moment rather than just being in a lolly-dolly world glued to their phone. And guess what? I like to emphasize this on my videos, but social media is designed to take your attention away from the real world. Whenever you're on social media, sometimes you don't know what the facts are because different news sources, different insights, perspective, or views may or may not skew what's actually the facts and what's actually being reported. For example, I was talking with a friend. He was saying there's a lot more videos going on for a certain conflict, and the other side doesn't have that many. But this is just access to that technology of either recording or even wanting to record. And you can't relate the number of videos or evidence out there compared to video evidence on another side. Because not everybody wants to take videos, and sometimes videos can be deleted. It's not a good metric to measure that one side is worse than the other side because there's more videos out there. Because you have to understand that not everybody is willing to record something when there is a heinous act or something that's going on in front of them. People can be in shock. They don't want to have this memory on their phone. It's good to see insights on what's happening, but it's still not a good metric. But the point is, social media is skewing your own views. It is designed for you to be addicted to it, but also manipulate the way you view the world. And I like to tell myself this, and I like to do this myself, but I don't watch the news. The only news I've heard is from friends or even family members, but I'm a skeptical thinker, so I don't take that at heart. I like to do my research, but in general, why would I want to watch news from a certain platform? Because that can be biased. It's hard to control bias, but I'd rather have my own research than have one-sided views pointed at me, giving me free information. But anyways, if you have no self-control on social media, I suggest you to either delete it, add a 30-minute time blocker, so you're only allowed to have access to Instagram or TikTok for 30 minutes per day. Or if you use it for communication and you need to use it more than 30 minutes a day, get their number and have conversations on your messaging app. So there's always solutions out there to help you from your social media addiction. Because let's face it, why would you want to be on your phone while you work out? I get it, you're bored in between sets, but when I look at other people who are on their phones, they take at least 5 to 10 minutes of break. You can't be like that. You can't be the one glued to your phone walking across the street. It's not good. And I get it that you're also updated by family pictures or family events or friend events, stuff like that. But like I said, if you are able to communicate via text, just ask them, how was their week? What did they do? What events, what did I miss? Instead of having that internal excuse that you need social media in order to catch up with friends. All right, the second thing that you have to do is have some traditional values. For my generation, it's hard to stand or even say that you follow traditional values. Feminists, red pill movements, they all reject it. But guess what? Demonizing each other isn't a productive thing to do. When you demonize another side, you're not going to get anywhere because you're always trying to add more fuel to the fire and there will always be conflict. And in terms of values, traditional values, of course you don't have to be a simp, you don't have to buy everything for her. You can't put your values below hers or your own value or your self-worth below hers. But the point is that you make decisions based on your life goals. You want to marry her, you want to have a successful career or a business. The point is that you have your own empire, your own little kingdom and support system that supports your own life goals. And with this kingdom or this little bubble that you develop, this is where you take care of your woman. But also, this is your bubble. This is both of your kingdoms. So you have to work as a team. This is not a one-sided relationship where one person has total absolute control. Other values that you need to adopt is take responsibility for all of your actions, even if it may or may not be your fault. And you have to endure hardships. If you don't have a hardship in your life and you come across one, you wouldn't know what to do. You'll feel high pressure and you'll start to crumble. So try to have some sort of hardship in your life. I know a creator talked about self-sabotage. I don't really suggest high self-sabotage, but it could be a tiny bit of self-sabotage, like getting a little fat and then you go to the gym because that gym sucks, and that is the first hardship that you can try. I know within today, a lot of people like to take the easy way out because it's more comfortable, it's easier, they don't have to deal with conflict, they don't have to take any responsibility for any actions that they do, and they just, like I said, they just want the easy way out. And this is the weakest thing that you can do. Take the easy way out, not take responsibility, avoid conflict and pain. This is a problem. And this is why we avoid hard conversations, even with the people in higher power today. They avoid hard conversations. They don't want to get into a hard conflict conversation, a high tension conversation, because they're afraid of how they're portrayed. They're afraid of the effects of what they're going to say. And they're just afraid and uncomfortable. And they're afraid to be uncomfortable, and that's the problem. And I get it. People like to talk about being a high quality man, but wasting your time sleeping with other women, not focusing on your own career, drinking, partying every single night, that isn't high valuable. And I know the Red Pill would like to say that having a rotation, having multiple women is the right thing to do because that makes you more valuable. I think that's wrong. Although you might think that you're high value because you're able to attract more women, in my eyes it's less valuable because a lot more people have access to you. If you're valuable, less people would have access. Same with luxury watches, cars, less people have it, which makes it more valuable. So when you have multiple women, when you have a rotation that's occurring, that just makes you less valuable. Also see a lot of men not take care of their health, not take care of their body. They're not working out. They're just gaming all day. They're trying to, first of all, stay away from pain and conflict, but also they just want the easy way out. Like I said before, they want instant dopamine. They want to numb themselves from reality, which is a lot of people are gaming today, eat junk food. They don't care what they put in their bodies. All they want is fun, fun, fun. So obtain some traditionality, have a sense of care, be kind, be protective, and date to marry. This leads to the third thing, which do the opposite of what Gen Z are doing. Like I said, most of them are gaming, they're getting fat, they're not working on their health, and this is a big problem. So when you see someone, they're not working out, you work out. If they're not reading more, you should read more. If they're being lazy, don't be lazy, have discipline. And if you don't know what to not do, just look around, look at my generation, see what they're doing, If they're glued to their phone walking around all day with earphones in, do the opposite. If they're ordering that filthy junk food every single day, don't do it every day. If they're lacking basic social skills, do the opposite. Develop your social skills by talking to strangers. Working in a restaurant especially requires really good social skills, but also just getting a job and just talking to people, even your classmates and your friends, a lot more frequently, especially in person. I think it's harder to talk to people in person than it is to talk online. So when you have more experience talking to people face to face, whether it just be a normal conversation or even with conflict, this is helping you be better than my own generation. So look around, do the opposite of what they are doing, and start to be different. Start to create that large disparity between you and your own generation. Set the example. This is what I'm trying to do for the next generation, is set the example to not do and fall into the trap of what my generation is doing. You can't be unique or successful if you copy the same thing that everybody is doing. Like I said, make your own choices and set the example for the next generation. If you want to find the right woman, then I suggest you to watch this video right here.